offseason was maybe a little bit of an appetizer.
Yeah.
Do you still kind of think the same way with the offseason that you've had and now being able to go through training camp? You kind of had that same attitude?
Yeah, for sure, man. I mean, I'm really happy with how my camp went and how everything went and stayed healthy. And I feel like I brought my game to a new level. So I'm ready to showcase that this year and showcase this big step I've taken.
What's a key or two to slowing down Mahomes?
Say it one more time.
Key or two to slowing down Mahomes?
I mean, he's tough to slow down for sure, but it's from a D-line perspective, it's getting pressure, and he's going to evade pressure. But if you keep it consistent and keep sending it, eventually you're going to get home.
Setting that edge, how important is that this week with him wanting to get out, a little bit wide, maybe just trying to contain him as much as he can? He's going to get out, he's going to make plays, but being real disciplined on the edge, and how important is that this week especially?
Yeah, it's been a point of emphasis for about a month now, it feels like. So they got us dialed in with that, and I feel like we got a good game plan to try to do our best to slow him down and contain him as a defensive line.
How excited are you to play in this kind of spotlight with the expectations that are on this team?
Yeah, this is why you play the game of football right here. It's these high pressure situations where you're opening the season with the Super Bowl champs at their place. So I wouldn't want anything else. So
what's the most interesting description you've heard from Campbell this week about Arrowhead, either about the noise, the environment, anything?
I haven't had too crazy comparisons this week that I can remember. But, we all know the environment. It's that college football environment, and everyone who went to a big school here already can feel it. And I think that's why we're all so excited. We know it's prime time. We know we're in a big stadium with a lot of people, so we're ready to go.
Would this be like opening the season against Ohio State in college?
I wouldn't put it like that. I think that's that's deeper than this. This we're gonna come here and we're gonna get our business done and leave. And I think that's it, man. That's our really only goal, is to go in there and execute at a high level, get in and get out, and move on to week 2.
How excited are you guys to showcase this defense? Obviously, kind of revamp some things, especially in the secondary, but guys taking the next step up front too. Just how excited are you to showcase what you guys have done defensively to turn this thing around?
No doubt. Having a young defense like we have, I feel like the level of development and improvement is so drastic every year. And then the new additions through free agency, obviously, those have only leveled us up even more. So, we're gonna go out there. We're gonna show what we've been putting out in camp, and man, it's gonna be fun.
How good is their offensive line? How much have you seen out of them on tape?
They're great. I think. Looking at a lot of the O-lines in the league, I think they're up there, man. They got just a lot of solid dudes, and obviously having a quarterback in Patrick Mahomes too, he helps them out a lot too. Even if they do get beat, he can move around and make some plays. So I think they got a good combination there, but one that we're willing to attack, and we're going to get after it.
Thanks, guys. Feel like, given everything you've been through, maybe like your first NFL game kind of all over again?
In a way, it does. The preseason games had more of that feel. Now it's kind of like, all right, let's go. It's game time now.
How important is it to you when you step out on the field Thursday?
It's real important. I've obviously been through a lot, like, guys go through with injuries, and just the type of injury I had and the type of surgery I had, it means a lot to come back from that and be able to play. I think I don't know how to explain it, but for me, it's just a huge milestone.
Family? Do you have a lot of people coming? Is it that important that you have family? You have a lot of people coming?
I only have them come to the home games, because you can't. I don't want my family there. I can't even see them half the time. You know what I'm saying?
When you first got drafted, you came out, you supposed to have to come people up. You still got that mentality.
It's about that time. It's about that time. I still got the mentality.
So tell us about KC's offense. We know about Mahomes. We know how potent that group is. What do you see in film? What sort of test do you think this will be for your defense?
Yeah, this will be a great test. Obviously, everybody knows who Pat Mahomes is. Great scrambler. Probably throws better when he's scrambling. So I think one key thing our defense has is just keep him in that pocket, keep him contained.
In that test, I guess it's a big opportunity for you guys too, right? To prove that this is a significantly improved defense.
Yeah. Without a doubt. I think. I think we got the right guys. I think we got the right mentality, and I think we practice the right way. So I'm excited to see what we do.
You sense a hunger from this group right now?
You know, a couple years ago, we were probably the youngest team in the league. And, you know, you see through these past 3 years, you see guys growing up, guys just understanding what the NFL is, and guys just grinding to be better and be the best. So there's a lot of hunger that I see.
What has Dan or vets or other people across the league told you about what it'll be like playing in Arrowhead?
Dan said it'll be fun. That's the one thing people don't understand. When you're going, at least for the defense, when you're going to an away game, like, that's fun. You know, you want to go to a good stadium that's rocking, that's loud. That just pumps you up a lot more. So I've never been there. I don't think anybody, for the past 2 years, I don't think we haven't played them. So I'm excited to see it, you know.
Does an environment like that make it feel like a tighter unit for you guys?
I mean, it's just us against the world, you know, Detroit versus everybody. That's the kind of feeling you get when you go into a stadium like that.
Where do you feel your game has kind of grown in the past 2 years of the NFL? Like, do you feel way further along than you did as a rookie?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, stuff moves a lot slower, you know. Learning the playbook helps you play faster 100%, and you just see things slower as you get farther and farther into the league.
They kind of ramped you up slow in training camp, so do you feel like you're now hitting the ground running? Yeah. It's still going to ease you in a little bit here?
No, I think I'm hitting the ground running 100%. I'm good now. I mean, I got that Carolina Panther game, how hot it was, I was tired. Got that over with. Got that first exhausting game over with, so we're good now.
What's the best piece of advice you got while you were working your way back? What's the best piece of advice you got while you were working your way back?
It's simple. Just work hard and stay positive. I think that's the key to a lot of things.
I'm sorry. Well, guys like Tracy Walker are going to be holding down the defense, so hopefully we put up some points and get the dub.
Did he tell you to say his name?
No, but you see, he's trying to get as much camera time as possible. He's made for the camera.
Give me a sense of just how excited you are. I mean, NFL debut, it's a huge stage, huge opportunity. How do you fight the adrenaline and nerves? Dan Campbell was saying that, it would take a little time for you guys to settle in.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it's football. It's a game that I grew up playing since I was 9, 10 years old. They strap on the pads the same way we do, and I guess that's just one way to think about it. It's how I try to think about it.
How long have you thought about this moment, NFL debut, one of the greatest lights?
Yeah, when I heard the news, I was actually catching my flight here for OTAs, and I just remember like the chills and the goosebumps that I got. I'm like, oh my gosh, in a couple months I'll be opening up the season at Arrowhead, but a lot of work was put in before this moment, so leading up to that.
Do you have any extra family going?
Yeah, I got about 12 people coming. I'm about 4 hours from Kansas City, so making the trip.
Lions contingent there. I mean, I don't know if you saw any of the video from the final game of the season when the team was in Green Bay. Have you had any reason to?
Mostly the game film, but not like the pan view of the stadium.
How much do you get from exposure to fans out in public? Do people recognize you yet? Have you had some conversations with people about just the excitement surrounding you being here and the team and what could be?
Yeah, the community is obviously very supportive and very excited for the season. In terms of being noticed, here and there, it just depends, I guess, how big of a fan of the Lions fans are.
So, tight ends.
Yeah, I guess so. Sometimes I'll walk right past people, and sometimes people notice me and say, "Hey, good luck this season." So it's cool.
What's the most interesting thing that you've heard Dan Campbell say about just preparing for this moment and, the ring ceremony and all the hype that's going to be around this game?
Yeah, I mean, he's got lots of one-liners. I kind of lose track of them all.
Can you share any?
He was talking about how Arrowhead was built by the football gods, and it's just like something you got to experience once. So it's cool that I get to do it my first game, so NFL debut.
To follow up on what Will was asking, how long you've thought about this, going back to being a little kid, how much have you thought about your NFL debut?
Yeah, I mean, I always felt like I could play at the highest level. You're in high school, you think you can play in college, and you're in college, you think you can play in the NFL, and now I'm here about to make my debut. So hopefully I, succeed and just embrace it all.
Thanks, man.
Appreciate it. Thank you, guys.